Welcome back to another ride with Car Craze, where we explore everything that moves with style, speed, and soul. Today, we're diving into a car that, while not officially confirmed, is generating serious buzz across the automotive world. The rumored 2026 Lincoln Continental. Is it making a comeback? What would it look like in the modern age? And could Lincoln really return to the glory days of luxury sedans in an era dominated by crossovers and electric SUVs? Let's dig into what we know, what we are hearing, and what enthusiasts are dreaming about. First, let's set the scene. The Lincoln Continental name carries a deep legacy. It debuted in the 1940s and has served as the flagship for American elegance across multiple decades. Presidents rode in it, celebrities adored it, and collectors today still revere the 1960s models like rolling art. But the modern era hasn't been so kind to big sedans. Lincoln discontinued the Continental after the 2020 model year, citing low demand. The 10th generation, which ran from 2017 to 2020, tried to reimagine the brand's signature luxury in a more refined, understated package, but it didn't catch fire in a market obsessed with utility vehicles. After that, Lincoln's focus shifted squarely to SUVs, and it seemed like the curtain had finally closed on the Continental. But in true automotive fashion, legends don't die quietly. In recent months, rumors have begun circulating online about a potential 2026 Lincoln Continental comeback. Some of this buzz has been fueled by AI-generated renderings and speculative write-ups by car designers and concept artists. One in particular, an artist named Vince Burlapper, created a series of digital mock-ups showing what a modern-day Continental could look like, and they've gone viral in car forums and enthusiast pages. The car in these renderings, bold, sleek, and dripping in chrome. Think classic Lincoln heritage with a futuristic edge. Let's talk about the design first, because that's what really captured people's attention. The imagined 2026 Continental sports a long, low-slung body, echoing the massive land yachts of the past but with modern proportions. It has a sculpted hood, a pronounced shoulder line, and an illuminated Lincoln badge that spans the width of the front grille. The wheels are massive, likely 21 or 22 inches, with a clean, turbine-inspired design. Around back, you get a full-width LED light bar and a decklet that tapers elegantly, almost like a fastback. It's the kind of design that commands presence without screaming for attention, as something Lincoln always tried to master. On the inside, the concept renderings imagine a sanctuary. Plush materials, of course, leather, wood, brushed aluminum, all meticulously crafted. But what sets it apart is the tech integration. A full-width digital dashboard, floating center console, and ambient lighting that adjusts based on mood or driving mode. The rear seats, almost more luxurious than the front. We're talking first-class levels of comfort, including full reclining seats, individual climate control, touchscreen command centers, and even extendable footrests. It's a lounge on wheels. But here's the million-dollar question: how much of this is real? As of now, there is no official confirmation from Lincoln or its parent company, Ford, that a 2026 Continental is in development. In fact, Ford Authority, a respected source in the industry, has gone on record saying these renderings are nothing more than AI-powered fanfiction. That doesn't mean a Continental revival is impossible, but it does mean we should temper our expectations. There's no prototype spotted in testing, no official statements, no van filings, nothing to suggest it's in the pipeline. So where's all the excitement coming from? It's partly nostalgia. The Continental is one of those names that instantly evokes American luxury. It has heritage, character, and historical weight. In a time when car names are becoming alphanumeric soup, the Continental reminds us of when names meant something. People want to believe it could come back, and not just as a nameplate slapped on a crossover, but as a real sedan, made for grand touring, comfort, and style. It's also a reaction to an industry that seems to be turning its back on sedans altogether, with Mercedes discontinuing models like the CLS, and Chrysler phasing out the 300, the big sedan segment is shrinking but not gone. Cadillac's CT5V Blackwing, the Genesis G90, and even the electric Mercedes EQS show that there's still room, albeit limited, for large, luxurious four doors. Enthusiasts are hoping Lincoln joins the party once again. So let's speculate a bit. If a 2026 Lincoln Continental were to happen, what would power it? Most likely, Lincoln would electrify the platform. The company has committed to an all-electric future by 2030. And several new F crossovers are already in development. It's very possible that a new Continental would ride on a dedicated F architecture, maybe the same one used by future Ford or Lincoln SUVs. That would mean all-wheel drive, possibly dual or tri-motor setups, and a range somewhere in the 300 to 400 mile ballpark. Performance, probably smooth and quiet, not sport sedan level, but with enough torque to make merging effortless and highway cruising sublime. Autonomous features would likely be a big part of the equation too. Lincoln could incorporate the next generation of its Blue Cruise hands-free driving system, giving Continental owners a true chauffeur-like experience, even if no one else is in the car. Pair that with active noise cancelling, predictive suspension, and massage seats, and you've got what could be the most serene driving experience this side of a Rolls-Royce. Of course, pricing would be critical. The last generation Continental topped out in the $70,000 range when fully loaded, but a full F version with high-end features could push north of $90,000. That would put it in competition with not only traditional luxury sedans, but also high-end electric SUVs like the Rivian R1S and BMW X. Would there be enough buyers in that segment? That's a key question Lincoln would have to answer. Still, the Continental has always appealed to a specific kind of buyer, as someone who appreciates design, comfort, and a quieter kind of prestige. It's not for people chasing now quarter-burgering lap times or Instagram likes. It's for people who want to arrive in silence and style. So, what's the bottom line? As of now, the 2026 Lincoln Continental exists only in renderings, dreams, and maybe a few PowerPoint slides hidden deep inside Ford's design studios. But the buzz around it shows there's still a hunger for traditional American luxury sedans, especially ones that respect their heritage while embracing the future. Whether or not Lincoln decides to answer that call is yet to be seen. But one thing's for sure, if the Continental does come back, and it looks anything like the renders floating around, it could be one of the most talked about returns in recent automotive history. Until then, we'll keep watching the streets, scanning the patent filings, and listening to the rumors. Because here at Car Craze, the dream doesn't end at the dealership, it begins there. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss future updates. If Lincoln does surprise us with a 2026 Continental, you'll hear it here first.